The next topic we're going to look at is how to rotate shapes. So I've got a quick example for you here, and I'm just going to take basically just a grid paper here, and we're going to try a rotation today. So first thing I want us to do is I want us to build a triangle, and our triangle is going to have the following points. The A point is going to be 1, 2. The B, the ordered pair, is 3, 1. The C point is going to be 1, 4. So we'll just quick do that. Just a reminder, first one is always the X value, second one's always the Y. So the X value in this case is just 1 over, and it's 2 up. 2 in the Y. 1, 2. So there's our first point. I'm just going to put A beside it, so I know that's the A point. Second point I'm going to plot is going to be the B point, which is 3, 1. So I move over 1, 2, 3, and up 1. So that would mean my B point is right there. So we've done that one, we've done that one. Next one, C, is 1, 4, so that's 1 to the right, 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be right about there. There's my C point. I'm just going to connect these dots together. So that connects there, that connects there, that connects like that. So there's our little triangle that we've drawn. So far, hopefully so good. The next thing is we're going to rotate a half turn around the point 4, 4. So let's just take a moment. We're going to find that point 4, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to just put a dot here. Okay. And now here's the key things. When we're doing rotations, we're going to need some paper here to help me out. So what you're going to do is we're going to take some tracing paper. Okay. So it just looks like that. And I am going to use a pencil for this. And I'm going to get my ruler out. And what I'm going to do here is on my tracing paper, I'm just going to do a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw my X and Y axes. So there's my Y axes. Here's my X. Just kind of draw that here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw my triangle, which basically looks like that. I'm going to just label this point A right there. Point C was right there. And point B was there. Now here's the key spot. We're going to also color in the rotation dot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw the vertical line and the horizontal line at the same time. Now this is going to be the key. When we're doing this in our rotation, what we're going to do is we're going to turn using this. Now if I turn it one position, so you can see my rotation point stayed in the exact same spot. So I kept my rotation spot still, and I just turned it this direction. So this would be a clockwise rotation. What ended up happening now is my new points move right over there. Now this was not a quarter turn rotation, so I just moved it a quarter turn. That's 1 out of the 4 parts of it. So if I wanted to move a half turn, I have to actually rotate it 2. So I'm gonna just go right here. So if I took my shape and I rotated it half a turn, here is where it would end up. So I'm just gonna kind of draw underneath where these points are. So right here, my new point would be right about there, and my new point here would be right about there. So you can see on my page here, I actually have my new points here, and I connect the dots here. And when I did a half turn rotation, this A, and I can see this if I put this back on, my new A is actually this spot right here. My new C is actually this spot. So that would mean my new B is actually that spot. So you can see this is how we do rotations here. So we need grid paper and a tracing paper, and we just actually start rotating it around that spot that we're actually doing the rotation. Now, a couple important things here that I want you guys to remember, okay, is that if you're doing a quarter turn rotation, remember that our rotation point, you only move it one of the 4 ways around. That's a quarter turn. Half turn rotation basically means you move it half the way. So if you start on this side, you're going to move that line all the way here. If you had a 3/4 turn rotation, just a reminder, we're moving 3 of the 4 parts all the way around, which would be all the way to there. So that's how that would work. A full rotation, you'd basically move it all 4 ways around and you'd be right back where you started. So these are important ideas. Make sure that you remember them when you do your rotations. Just to finish off the question, I'll just get out my marker here. What is our new A spot? Well, if we go back to our grid here, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's the 7, and how much is it up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our new A spot is going to be 7, 6. 7 to the right, 6 up. Our new B spot is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'll be 5 and 7. Our new C spot here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see how we did a half turn rotation around the point 4, 4. I hope that makes sense. You can try a few questions.